Previously on the Renovators.
This is real people, real houses, and a real sale coming up.
Two teams made over 2 houses going under the hammer.
Your valuation has come back at $1 million and $30,000.
Now, 3 contestants have won the keys to a rundown house.
You have taken the very important step in becoming Australia's best renovator. Well done.
Tonight, the 4th set of keys is up for grabs.
No matter what's going to be thrown at me, I'm going to work hard to get it.
As the competition shifts into overdrive.
We want you to go all the way. We want you to go nuts.
And all that stands between them and the keys to a house is one little wall.
This is a race, but you have to do top quality work.
It's going to be one wild ride today.
Going into the next challenge, I'm feeling a little bit more pressure. There's only 3 keys left. My mind's racing. I'm trying to figure out what is in store.
Next challenge, I'm extremely pumped. I definitely want to make one of those houses mine.
G'day, Renovators. You are not going to believe the challenge we have in store for you today. But before I reveal anything, let me remind you what's at stake. So we have 6 houses in appalling condition that are just aching to be turned into blue ribbon investments. Jason, Luke and Joanne are all holding a set of keys to one of the houses. Now the big question is, which of you is going to step up and claim the next set of keys to be in pole position for later in the competition? So let's find out.
I'm going to give it all I've got to get that key, and no matter what's going to be thrown at me, I'm going to work hard to get it.
Now, Kathy, your team lost yesterday's challenge, and you know that you have to stand aside for this challenge, and you had to choose one person to do that with you, and that was, of course, Bob. Today's first challenge is the white room. 3 white walls with absolutely nothing going on in them. Your mission is to design a room based around a car from the wreckers. And it's called Car Wars.
I know that it's going to involve nuts and bolts and that kind of industrial feel, which is right up my alley.
Totally unfamiliar with working on cars, just drive them. So I'm pretty curious in regards to how we're going to be challenged.
So this is how it's going to work. You're going to split into 3 teams of 7, and then 2 of that team are going to go to the car wreckers and get the car. Now, when the car comes back, you're going to pull it to pieces, and you're going to use those pieces in the design of the room. And use whatever you like from the storeroom to help create your design. So, has anyone ever done anything like this before? Bob and Luke, luckily you're standing over there though. Okay, but of course the people that you really have to impress are your judges, Robin, Pete and Baz.
So you're wondering, what on earth are they thinking? We want to see you push the boundaries outside of your comfort zone. What we don't want to see is that you use just some of the bits and pieces of the car. We want you to go all the way. We want you to go nuts.
As you know, I judge on total visual impact and using really good design in your room.
This is about quality again, though. When you try and marry a part from the wrecking yard to a room, it's got to start coming together really streamlined and with some great craftsmanship. Chris, you're super excited. I can see it, mate. What are you thinking?
I'm actually a panel beater by trade.
How many of your renovations include car parks?
None. That's why it's going to be an interesting challenge.
So what's at stake here today, guys? Well, the stakes are extremely high because only the winning team will go through to the next rounds where one person is going to win the keys to the next house. Now, we need you to split into 3 teams of 7. As always, we're going to leave that up to you.
I'm so excited. All I want to do is get on board with a group of people that'll believe in my vision.
I was standing with a group of boys and they've gone, let's do this. That was our team.
I find myself in a group with August, who I absolutely adore, Natalia, who is meant to be all things metal. So at least I know it's going to be one wild ride today.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your creative engines. You have 6 hours. Work starts now.
So we can put a bar or something like that.
Straight away we decided to go for a bar, which somehow became a man cave because there was only 2 girls in the team.
Nice, good bench seat at the back so we can have a good chair out of it. So who's going to go?
I'll go.
Jared and Kim got picked out of the group to go to the wrecking yard. Bar's the best one, the brightest one, sedan. The only instructions they were given was to find something bright in colour with nice seats.
My suggestion was a dining room, a bit of a fantasy. It's like a Mad Max dining room, unbelievably elegant. It's black and it's unbelievable chandelier. Like, it's the hero, as you were saying. Big and da-da-da. Fantasy dining room, what we're thinking of is like an Alice in Wonderland type situation.
Something theatrical and Mad Hatter's tea party. So I think we're on a great thing here.
I think I should stay. Do you want me to go? I'm strong.
Fiona and Mel were sent out to the car yard and the brief was to get a black car or a darkish small car.
Right, let's sign the
Look, what I've got in mind is maybe to do a bedroom and a bathroom area and a sitting area. I came up with the concept to design a master bedroom, an executive suite.
Black and silver, and we go totally glamour. I can see black and white stripes, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Maserati. I can see them all. I want the Grand Prix.
I need you to help me choose the car that'll work.
Make sure there's a lot of chrome features into the car.
Chris and I decided that we were the best two to go to the yard. He's got experience with cars. The deal is we've got to find a car that's got really good internals. So we want really good seats, nice engine, heats yourself a bit so we can use. Bonus if the exterior is good.
Girls, this is a bedroom, executive bedroom,
Correct.
you said?
Yeah, and you step up.
Bed in the front.
And we're just going to place the bath here. And where there's the central bed head, which is going to be just quickly padded in the red fabric.
I love the concept. It sounds really exciting, but make sure you analyse all the way through because I don't want to see it half finished. Keep going, guys. Good luck.
Thanks, Beth.
Peter and I get straight into the structure, which is building the platform for the ensuite and the dressing room and doing the bed head.
The platform is to give a dimension to the room. So basically it shows that there's 2 zones.
There's a lot to do in this room and there's a certain order for us to do it all in. And if we skip a part in that order, the next people down the chain are lost.
The group's idea is that very whimsical Alice in Wonderland dining room. August wants drama and he wants to start with that foundation.
We're painting the walls black so we can kind of really highlight the pieces that we're going to be doing inside the room.
Next door's doing their room in black as well, but I think they're painting all walls black. This is just going to be a feature wall at the end, so I think that'll be a bit better. I think having the whole room painted black might be a little bit too much.
We've got a concept for the bar idea and the furniture. We can make up all these boxes, pre-make the sides, and then when we get the car and get them in here, then we can just cut it to size and screw them in to hold it all together.
Okay, we've got 1 project, 2 projects, 3 projects, 4 projects.
And another 6.
6 major projects in 6 hours, as well as showing me a lot of craftsmanship. Good luck, mate. Keep the energy levels up.
At the moment, I'm building these boxes. So we're going to have a box opened up with the car seat in the middle like a lounge suite.
In the first few hours, it was pretty frustrating not having the car there. Until the car gets here, we're not exactly sure what we're going to be able to use on it.
Fiona and I arrive at the car yard and we're told that there's 5 cars with the Renovators sticker. We have to go through and find them.
I'm thinking, we might have something like, an old type car that might have a little bit of character.
Okay, you take this side, search them all, I'll take this side.
She's looking for a Bentley, but it's in her dreams. Bentley, I'm looking for a Bentley.
Get car germ.
Here's an R right here. We'll take that right now. I'm going to go and get the guy.
The very first car that we find completely fits the description that our group wants. It has to be black and shiny.
We did it. We got the colour. We can make style and elegant out of that colour.
Kim and myself are pretty sure it fits the brief with what the guys have asked for, so I'm just hoping that when they see it, they're going to be happy.
Not everyone would see an old dead ute and think executive suite, but I think that's why we're here. So let's go for the beat-up ute and make it pretty.
Has it got the mirrors? Has it got any features?
It's got everything. I think it's our car, dude.
Okay, let's take the ute.
Okay, we've got our car. Woohoo!
Coming up, it's a demolition derby
This is pretty amazing, isn't it?
as the teams crash
Bloody Baz.
It's not blood, don't worry.
and rally
Well done, Lee. God.
in the battle for the next set of keys.
The winner of this challenge is...
Renovators, less than 4 hours to go.
The rules of car were basically getting a car and trying to use as many parts in a creative way into a room, and at the same time give it a bit of a visual impact.
This is our car.
Jared and Kim come back with the car. Everyone's excited because it was exactly what we were looking for.
Oh, we can use the spoiler for a step, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now the car's here, I really want to get the boys to get those seats out.
Smells like there's been a body in here. Hey,
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How's the concept going in there?
We're just trying to have like a man cave.
A man cave?
Yeah, it's going to be a man cave. We're going to try and incorporate those feminine touches for you there, Robin.
Thank you very much. So how are you using the parts?
Well, this seat's going to be a lounge suite.
Okay,
That's-
so
that
you're
was
using that as a seat?
Yeah,
Yep.
that was the main ambition from the start. We said we need to use all the seats that
All
we
the
can.
seats, yeah. And the colours are?
Actually, you can see from the boxes over there, we've gone the sort of the multicoloured theme there.
Multicoloured, yeah.
Sort of, yeah, bringing out a few different colours in the room.
Keep going, Jared. Keep going, mate.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Because we have a vision of creating a Grand Prix suite, we need to make sure everything is ready for the parts of the car to go into that suite.
Okay, who's got the ute? Here it comes.
Someone's got great taste.
Are you?
Our car's here.
Car's here.
I was hoping for a nice classic 1950 car, but we saw a ute.
We need the mirrors, all the mirrors, the headlights, the wheels, the tow bar. We needed the wheels for the bedside tables, and we had decided to make a focal point of the room and make a hero of the room, and that was the engine of the car.
Straight away, Chris starts taking the car apart.
I've been working on cars since I was a kid. Yeah, I became a tradesman at age of 19. I've done a few award-winning show cars, you know, so I love cars. It's in my blood.
My first trade was a panel beater. From there, I jumped to tiling, and I'm also a master painter. You know, I run my own renovating business. I do pretty much all facets of building renovations and alterations.
He's amazing. He's working like a gun and pulling parts off that car that I never even knew were there.
It's not blood, don't worry.
Oh no! They're draining the car.
Well, I'm planning to use the engine block as a coffee table. I've done it once before, but with a V8 motor.
It's taken forever. It's taken a little bit longer than what I expected, but it's going to work out fine. Not that fine.
Okay, guys, here it is.
Okay, car number 3, guys.
Oh, this is for the Alice in Carland dining room, isn't it?
That might be the chandelier then.
Oh, that's clever.
The car coming back is sort of like it's just a surge of energy.
Wow. See those sparks? This is pretty amazing, isn't it? Look at Natalia go.
I'm a qualified welder. I love working with metal. You can make some awesome things with it.
That is amazing. I wonder what she's going to do. She's what, cutting the roof off?
The idea with cutting the roof steel out was because that was what we were going to start cutting the pattern of the chandelier.
Really, we're looking to eat that car, but bit by bit, not just use the obvious car seats, window wipers, things like that I'm sure a lot of people will just go for the easy option.
That's great. And they're also like a beer holder too.
Yep, beer holder. 2 hours to go. We were trying to fit the actual seats that we got out of the car to the carcass, and it was much harder than we had imagined. Rocks, so we've just got to work out a way to get it sit level and square. Everything was taking a lot longer than we'd have thought, so time was becoming a big factor.
Boys, every single challenge we get to this point, we're not going to finish again. Quite frankly, and I love you guys, but making boxes isn't showing me any craftsmanship. It's not showing me too much creativity, okay? Start producing something for us other than rubbish.
Bloody Baz. It's killing me.
I'm working on the headboard. It's going pretty well, but we don't quite have enough fabric. It's not going to look right if we don't do that with class. We've worked out the best way to fix the headboard is to divide the fabric up a little bit more and do a couple of joins. But then we've got joins that we have to hide.
Watch out. This is part of the side guards. So we're going to use them just as a trimming. How's that?
Great.
It pushes it down better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
These rooms look great. They're painted, great wallpaper, great looking decoration. But I am so concerned at the lack of what's happening and the time. We've got less than 2 hours left. I don't think they're going to make it. No,
when I saw those cars come in, I thought, great, this is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
There's so much to work with there. There's less than one car part per room so far.
Now, in Alice in Autoland, which I quite love that mad fantasy, didn't they tell you it was a dining room? I can't quite see the dining room.
It's a dining room, and I'm yet to see a table come anywhere near it.
Another race to the finish.
All of a sudden, there's plenty of action in the executive bedroom.
Okay, done.
A coffee table, aren't they making a coffee table out of that?
That was the original plan.
That's it. Perfect.
Lisa's directing the forklift, carrying a huge engine into the room.
Yeah. What she's doing, instead of making a coffee table out of it, she's surrounding it in glass, so it becomes like an art feature. It's a clever thing to do.
That's a thing that's going to draw our eye, I think.
That's a very clever thing.
That looks really cool. Oh, we'd love to win this challenge, so then we can get to the next one, and I just pray it's not doing mechanical things. It has to be something fluffy, because that's all I'm dreaming for.
I am an interior decorator with my own business. I'm creative, I think out of the square, and I don't press the repeat button.
During the planning process, we decided we were going to have a feature made from metal as a chandelier with the car parts hanging off it. And when we started to cut that out, the grinder just couldn't cut it as smooth as we anticipated.
The grinding, it makes it horribly messy. Help me tin snip it, okay?
Yeah. It's going to be pretty rough with this too.
In principle, it sounds easy, but when it comes down to tin snipping the shapes, it's absolute disaster. I mean, look how bad it is.
I think you're going to have to go to plan B, mate. And plan B really wasn't in place.
Okay, we got a big problem.
I think you're going to have to go to plan B, mate. We decided we were going to have a feature made from metal as a chandelier.
But you cannot cut that tin with tin snips. It's a fatal error in this project.
Okay, we got a big problem.
Can I show you something?
And then Fiona from the car finds a really big, I don't know what that is, just a really big black metal thing.
How would that look as a chandelier hanging, with stuff hanging from it? If we can get it up there. We have to be quick.
Done.
Yep.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, let's go.
This will be the basis.
Yep.
Okay.
And Fiona starts making the most beautiful little silver hearts with bolts tied onto wire that can hang from that.
I believe they're the brakes for the car, and so we're making a vanity out of it. Slide that in. I think my background being a bathroom designer and builder obviously did influence the concept of the room. I build and design bathrooms and kitchens. It's always been my passion. I like to get in there and do the job myself. I like the challenge of turning something old into something functional and up to date. That's it.
Do you think that's it?
Yep. I had to fit in a bathroom there, one way or the other, and I did.
Okay, Lee.
Wait,
he's on the way. Well, it's working. It's working to slide. It's working.
So heavy.
Slowly.
Perfect. I like that.
Well done, Lise, Peter, Chris, Sam. God.
Are you okay to regrout?
I'll clean it.
Renovators, there are 30 minutes to go.
Just getting out the last few bits and pieces to put along the bar so we can start getting a few more car pieces in there. Still looking pretty bare.
We tried to get as many car parts as we could in. We were using the tyres and the back windscreen as a coffee table, hang the hood up, everything we could get our hands on we were using.
Side to side.
The table went in and Ali's decorating it beautifully and I'm thinking, yeah, we've got a shot at this again.
Renovators, there is 5 minutes to go.
I've told you a couple of times to finish the skirting over here.
The final few minutes are really frantic. We've got a lot of finishing touches that still need doing.
I'm running like a madhouse, trying to get this done. We've bitten off too much. We're not going to make it.
Right at the last minute, I thought I'll just make some crowns, for the table. And somebody else had come up with a fantastic idea to use the spanner and socket set as cutlery and chopping up the door trim, and it looked like licorice all sorts on the plates. Somehow it all just sort of managed to work at the end.
At that stage, I was yelling out that we needed more car pieces.
30 seconds to go.
Grab anything. Look, here, what's this? What the hell's this?
The Mad Mechanics Tea Party.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop work.
Baby? Yeah?
A bunch of women, you'll never do that again.
Oh, no, don't ever work with women.
It's like a real man pad.
Looks good.
The couch that we spent the last few hours making was too big for the room, so we don't end up using it.
What's it?
Don't jump.
We're all standing with our teams in front of these rooms that we've created, and we're waiting for the judges' thoughts and decisions as to who's going to win.
Hi guys, how are you?
Tired.
Tired. Good and tired.
Yes,
tired and
yes.
good. Lisa, can you just run me through the concept of this room, please?
Sure. When it was announced about using car parks as a challenge in a white room, our group just huddled together and everyone came up with the concept of being a Grand Prix executive suite, which is just a little bit more special.
I can't wait to get in there and have a look. I would love to go in.
Have a bar.
This is quite impressive.
I like it.
This is cute.
Isn't that clever?
Do you think you sit here and watch someone have a bar? Isn't that talking? What is that?
I don't know. Why it's there, I don't know.
I love this room. I really love this room. The stripes, the red, and the flashes of yellow really make it impactful. I also love the fact of how you've invented ways to use the parts of the car, particularly the engine, the heart of the room.
I love what you've done with the division of the two spaces. The step up, I thought that was a great idea. I'm really drawn to the vanity. Just what I asked for. Integrate the something from the warehouse with something from the car. So I think you've done fantastically.
What's interesting for me is that you've demonstrated your ideas of reuse in many different ways, on functional ways as well as decorative ways, and I'll give you credit for that.
The one thing that completely distracts my eye is this pile of engine bits at the end of the bed.
August, tell us about the concept.
Well, it's the theme is basically it's like an Alice in Wonderland, but it's the Mad Mechanics Tea Party. So it's more of an experience than what we regard as a decorated solution.
Okay, we can't wait to have a look. Let's go.
Let's go have a look.
See, I love it.
This is your crown.
Be very careful.
This is your wand.
Oh, mine seems to fit. Peter's having too much fun here. He's out of control.
They are fabulous. So pretty. I think this room is absolutely unbelievable. It's so full of whimsy. It's so happy. Who would have thought, Natalia, that you could have turned the roof of that funny little car that came in here into a crown? I think it really, really is so full of imagination and so full of whimsy. It's delightful.
I love that you've taken all the bits of the car and you've cut them up and you've changed them and you've done something different with them. You can sit there on the table, you can put on the hat, but you can also chew on all of the rubber bits and pieces that you've cut up there to really absorb the full experience of this tea party. And I love it.
If you had have pushed the whole thing back, it would have got us further into the room. There's a bit of a dead space behind the structure, but listen, there's not much of that little car left, and I think you've done a pretty good job. Thank you, guys.
Well done.
Guys, what a great room. It's primarily a man cave, is that right?
Well, it is. We've tried to do it as a usable space. You can see yourself coming in here at the end of a day to have a drink and relax.
Well, there's a lot to this car in this room. We're going to have a quick look. Be careful, be careful. This whole curve thing is good.
This is great.
Oh, the footrest. Can I get you both a drink?
You could. You know, it's an enjoyable room. I felt quite at home in it. I think it's a simple room. I'm not sure how the women would feel as relaxed in there as I would, but, you know, there's an enormous amount of parts being used in this room, and I think it's also great, the two artworks. I think they are really interesting. The bear skin on the floor, I think that's genius. How I judge that, I'll never know, but I thought it was great.
I'm also very impressed that you can wear it as well, too.
I particularly like the fact that even though it's really, really masculine, that you've used a colour like pink and you've picked things out in pink highlights. I think that really works. And what disappoints me is I don't quite understand the black and white one side and the orange the other. It's sort of lost the symmetry for me.
Thanks very much for the room.
Thank you.
Today, 3 teams waged car wars. You had 6 hours each to create a room using parts from a car saved from the scrap heap.
Each team, the 3 of you, did the most fantastic job. We debated this long and hard, but in the end, it boiled down to just one room that really delivered on the brief. The winner of this challenge is the Executive Grand Prix Suite. Congratulations to you all.
We've won. The feeling is unbelievable.
We're all pretty stoked and pretty proud of ourselves.
I really loved the fact that you made 3 rooms into one, and the striking wallpaper really bounced out with the red in front of it, looking at colour, texture, proportion. You ticked all of those boxes. You did a great job. Pete, you look pretty proud there. There's a lot of winking going on to the next people. How do you feel?
I'm quite excited. I never thought I was going to pull up all that work in that little time. So
It was a lot of hard work and you did well. Absolutely.
Coming up, it's back to basics.
Don't leave it, don't leave it, don't leave it.
I can't get enough glue on mine.
Tragic mess.
As the contestants hit the wall.
Oh, no.
And then one of you's going to progress today. Come on.
Okay, guys, so moving on to the next round. Now it's every man and woman for himself or herself in a Back to Basics challenge. Now this is going to work in 2 parts, and both parts are going to focus on how to decorate a wall. Round 1 is about the wallpaper.
I imagine you've all done a bit of wallpapering. So none of you have wallpapered? I thought you had, Pete. How long have you been wallpapering for?
Look, I used to do it back in Italy because we used to do it quite often. My mum used to, I used to give my mum a hand.
Bene.
This challenge for you guys is going to be about putting 2 pieces of wallpaper on a wall and matching it perfectly. This is the wallpaper you'll be using, and it's quite an intricate pattern, so it's going to be quite difficult to match. One thing I've left out is this is a race.
This is a race, there's no doubt about it, but there's only one way to hang wallpaper, and that's the right way. When you start, there's no saying that the walls are going to be plumb. To do that, we'll use, in this case, a plumb bob. Is find the centre of my wall, hang my plumb line off that. Once that settles, that's dead level. Open up the wallpaper, cut that to length, line that up, and as it drops down and got all the air bubbles out of it, get the second one on. You can still push a little bit, cut on the top, don't cut underneath, and same as at the bottom, cut on the bottom, don't cut on the top. Just finish it off then, call us over to have a look. Should be a perfect job. I know that one would have been.
So you've got to do it right, but do it fast. Now, only the first 3 of you to get the seal of approval from your judges, Baz and Robin, are going to proceed through to the second part of this round, where one of you is going to win the keys to the house of your choice. So it's big.
I'm hoping I can get this, but I'm against Peter. And he's our little stallion. He's fabulous.
Renovators, take your place next to your tables. You have your brushes, you have your paste, you have your wallpaper. Are you ready? Renovators, work starts now.
Go, you good things.
First thing was to go to the wall, measure the centre, put the nail in, then hang the plumb bob.
My process was to definitely get the straight line. That was the key secret. I put multiple marks down the wall simply because you needed to line up the wallpaper.
Pete's really rocketing ahead here. Tina's doing well, she's measuring up too.
I'm thinking about the time, I'm thinking about pattern matching, I'm thinking about how much glue to put or not to put too much glue. My mind is racing.
Good.
Oh, Christy's got the paper side down.
There's some paste going on.
I realised that I was the first person to put adhesive on the wall, so I'm feeling quite confident at this stage.
I'm looking at Peter to see how far ahead he is of me. I know Peter's pretty much my greatest threat. He's done wallpapering quite a lot, but having a trade background, I think I can nail it pretty quickly.
Oh, Pete.
He's putting it straight in without folding it on the corner, so unless he's got both pieces exactly the same, that's not going to line up.
Well, it's got another piece cut. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's a setback.
It was a little bit too heavy, so I just marked it and trimmed it and put it back up there.
And he's made a big mistake there. I'm nervous about that, and I think that paper could be close to being short now. Oh no, it's just scraped it in.
Bit of luck.
I think it's a very close call for second place.
This is really tight.
Chris is putting his first piece of paper on.
Wow. Gee, the boys are ahead of the girls. That's not fair.
Only just, though.
Oh, Chris is looking... Oh, no, it's coming down on him.
Oh. I'm rushing it a little bit because the pressure just makes me rush, and it's not a good thing. I've got too much material on top.
Remember I said just a couple of inches.
Oh, yeah,
past,
it's too much.
Because it gets too
weight.
heavy.
Yeah.
It's going to go again. There it goes.
I know. It's too much. No. Don't leave it, don't leave it, don't leave it, don't leave it. Gone.
Okay.
Oh, wow. This is going to be a really tight one.
Come on, guys. You're going to have to catch up.
Go, girls. Come on.
Go, girls.
Chris is going on his second piece.
Chris is very close. Peter's had some problem with the glue. He seems to have had to peel the paper back off and get some more glue in.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting.
Come on, girls. Not far now.
Finished.
Let's have a quick look.
Hey, Peter.
At this stage, I put my hand up, call the judges over.
Whoa, Pete.
My heart's still beating because I'm thinking, have I done enough to impress him?
We need to check the pattern matches up. Here,
I'm
here,
happy with this, Rob.
here. Yep, all the way down. Absolutely.
Very good, Peter.
Okay.
Go through to the next part of this challenge. Go you!
So I'm through. I'm excited. I'm in the last 3. I'm very close to get this key.
Well, the last few seconds are frantic.
Are you happy with these bubbles, Rob?
But I think I've got it.
That pattern matches beautifully, though.
I'm happy. Good work, Chris.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
through to the second round.
Thank you. Oh, feels fantastic to win again. I'm over the moon.
Okay, we're looking for one more person to go to the next challenge to progress today. Come on, girls. Very close.
Christy, come on.
Mine actually stayed up. Everyone else was having troubles getting theirs to even stick.
I can't get enough glue on mine.
But then I can't match it up to save myself.
Take your time, Lisa. You got it.
Looks good, Lisa.
As I was cutting on the line with my Stanley knife, my whole blade came out of the Stanley knife.
Borrow one, quickly.
It was a disaster. I couldn't believe the blade had come out.
Only one of you is going to progress today. Come on. We're looking for one more person to go to the next challenge to progress today. Come on, girls.
I'm not succeeding with my wallpaper, and then I glance over at Lisa on my left, and I can see her cutting the bottom piece, and I just know that she's done, and she's got it right.
You've got this, Lisa.
It was lined up perfect. The pattern matching, you couldn't fault
Put
it.
your hand up.
I felt relieved.
Done. Good work, Lisa.
Well done, Lisa.
Congratulations, Lisa. You're through to the next challenge.
Oh, the keys are really close. And I'm thinking, no way, I've only got one more challenge to go.
Congratulations, well done. You guys now go through to the final part of today's challenge. If you could now head on over to the next walls. Now, all that stands between each of you and holding the keys to a house of your choice is one little wall. Your final task today is to decorate that wall with paint.
I'm devastated. I hate painting.
I love to paint. I do, I love to paint.
Okay, guys, you've got to get that paint on that wall. It's a little tricky. You're not going to be using masking tape, and you're not going to be painting the picture rail or the corners. So you have to be very careful not to drip the paint. This is a race, but you have to do top quality work.
Now, it's the first of you to get the seal of approval from Baz and Robin, who's going to be holding that set of keys. Renovators, work starts now.
I'm feeling pretty confident because Peter hates painting and I've got a painting background, but I just hope I don't rush.
I know Chris rushes into things, so I'm hoping that Chris is going to make a mistake. I'm thinking that Lisa might be able to win here.
Lisa's got a great steady hand and good coverage.
One drop of this paint colour, the judges are going to see it. It's worse than red lipstick. It doesn't come off anything.
Peter seems to have more cover, but it's not really a good coverage. You can still see the white. Chris, on the other hand, has got a good first coat on. Very close. Plenty of concentration, Rob.
The tension in this room. Can you feel it? Maybe that's making their hands steady. I'm tense.
I don't think Peter's coverage is good enough on the above the picture rail, and it's going to dry a bit lighter as well. I think we're a big chance with Lisa here. Chris has got a big drip of paint on the skirting.
There's not one, there's two. No, three.
I go to do the bottom cut in and I get a drip. From then on, I start losing it.
He may have been able to clean that up if he got some water straight away and wiped it down.
Go and quickly grab a rag and try to wipe it off.
Oh, how disappointing. It's too late now, look. I know that there's a tragic mess.
I mean, Lisa's quality is much better. Okay, we've got a clear leader then. Peter's definitely in front and no drips at this stage. Who do you think, Robin? Who's going to have their hand up first?
I got my money on Pete.
So at this stage, I'm finished, but I could see there was a little bit of a touch-up to do next to the picture rail. So I've gone there and touched it up with the paint, smeared it, and then try to use the roller.
How's the coverage? Oh, no.
I panicked and I hit the roll on the picture rail.
Peter's just hit the picture rail. I can't believe it.
God.
And I thought, I've lost this.
Oh, no.
I panicked.
Peter's just hit the picture rail. I can't believe it.
Oh, God.
And I thought, I've lost this.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Both the boys have got drips and Lisa's coming home without a drip.
I was really close to that point and I was focused the whole time thinking, do not spill one drop of paint.
Okay, Lisa's going in. Quick, quick.
Lisa might win.
Come on, Lisa.
I saw Lisa, that she was very, very close to me. All I could think was, slowly, it's my last chance, just take your time.
Okay.
Lisa, you want
It's off. It's off. It's finished.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Keep going, Lisa.
Peter, just that smudge. Just there where you patched that up.
You can do it. You keep digging the soil. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, Lisa.
Okay, Lisa's going in. Quick, quick.
She might take him out.
Done.
He's in.
I won a set of keys. I was excited. I couldn't believe it. I was jumping up and down at that stage.
I had plastic caught off my hat. Well,
Congratulations, Peter. Well done. Great work today. Great work.
Thank you.
Chris and Lisa, also great work, but bad luck.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, you guys missed out today. But there will be another time, won't there?
There will.
Right, it's time to pick a house. Okay, guys, now this is the exciting part of the day. This is what it all comes down to. The 6 houses that could ultimately win or lose you the competition. So the houses remaining are the Fibro Cottage, the shop, and the half-done house. You're about to choose one of these houses to renovate. But before you do that, you can choose 2 of them to revisit the vital stats of. So which is the first house you'd like to revisit?
I like to revisit the shop.
Okay. The shop has few internal walls, a primitive bathroom at best, no kitchen whatsoever. It sits under a major flight path. If you take on the shop, you must return it to a residence. The shop is what you would call a blank canvas. It's located in Marrickville, which is 7.5 kilometres from Sydney CBD. The purchase price, including conveyancing and stamp duty, was $594,730. The makeover budget, which is 20% of that, comes to $118,946. What are you thinking, Pete?
I do like to shop. It's a great challenge. You can really go crazy in it and create something quite unique. I've done a warehouse in the past, so it's something that I'm used to.
Okay, Pete. What's the second house you'd like to look inside again?
The second one would be the half-done house.
Now, this is called the half-done house because the previous owner started renovating 15 years ago and just gave up. The ceiling on the rear has been lifted. The kitchen is not exactly what you would call designer. You get 2 bedrooms that are damp, mouldy and decaying. The outside, as you can see, is an absolute junkyard. It's located in St Peters and it's 8.5 kilometres from Sydney's CBD. The purchase price, including stamp duty and conveyancing, was $668,403, which means the makeover budget, which is 20% of that, comes to $133,681. What are your thoughts, Pete?
I like the fact that it's got a lot of character, and I love the eclectic look that you can mix the new and old together.
Kathy, what are your thoughts on this?
Personally, I favour the shop. Warehouse conversions are very well sought after in the area.
Tina, what would you advise Peter to take?
With the half-done house, it's got a lot of potential as well. It's got a lot of charm. You can restore the front, more period features, and really make a modern back.
Was that a lot of help?
Not much. Got me even more confused now. As I said, I love them both. I think they've got great potential, both of them. The only thing that scares me about the shop is the fact that there's a bit more landscaping to do, I think, and I'm not that good at landscaping.
Is there anything about the half-done house that scares you?
Well, obviously, the job that's already been done. Don't know how bad it is. So it's really hard to determine what you can and what you can't save. So that would determine on the profit that I'll be making.
OK, Peter, this is it. What's your decision?
I'm going to go for the half-done house. Went to the half-done house for a lot of reasons. I love the fact of the old and mixing the new. I love the eclectic look about them. So I'm thinking this is more me. I've got a bit of opportunity, bit of chance to win this with the half-done house.
Pete, congratulations. You are now the proud renovator of a half-done house. We can't wait to see what you do with it. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Come on, everyone. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I'm excited. I'm over the moon. I'm relieved that I've got these keys. I worked really hard to achieve them, and I'm hoping that I'm going to keep them. I think I've done well. I've got a lot of people that hate me now.
Next time.
First impressions count. What kind of impression do you want to bring here?
The stakes are doubled as the final 2 sets of keys are up for grabs.
The game is not over. It's just getting warmed up.
The contestants pair up to create a front yard that stands out from the crowd.
The street appeal has to be of utmost importance.
But to win, they'll need to catch the eye of some very picky judges.
But as usual, there's a little twist.
I'm starting to freak out because we haven't done enough.
And coming up,
Let's face facts, you're fighting for survival.
it's game on in the very first elimination challenge.
It's definitely a wake-up call that this is a competition.
Finally.
You ready for this?
6 teams get the first look at their houses.
It looks a damn sight better in the photograph.